Good evening and welcome to Sawtry Village Academy's Year 12 Parent Information Evening for 2021. The purpose of this evening is just to give you some information about how sixth form operates and how it may be different from main school if you haven't had a pupil who's in sixth form with us before. So first, to give you a bit of context, I want to mention our OFSTED rating. We are a firmly good school. OFSTED have told us that. Our sixth form, which is the 16 to 19 study programmes, is rated outstanding by OFSTED, and in particular they praised the quality of teaching, the results we achieve, and the support our students get. On the issue of results, I want to mention we're extremely proud of last year's Year 13 cohort. 100% of them secured their first choice universities, and some are now trying to go to better universities. And our recent results are excellent, forming what we call Red Alps, which is very high rating for progress and putting us among the best sixth forms in the country. Our students have shown an immense resilience, maturity, and above all a positive attitude throughout very difficult times since March 2020, and we're very proud of all of them. So I want to introduce here Oak House. If your child comes to sixth form, they're no longer a member of their old house, they're a member of Oak House. I am the head of sixth form, Mr. Hill. We have a deputy head of sixth form, Miss Hay. Our sixth form SSA, or student support advisor, is Hayley. We have a team of Oak tutors. And our motto is that mighty oaks from little acorns grow, from the little acorns of the main school logo up to the mighty oaks that we have in Oak House. I'm going to hand over now to Miss Hay to talk about what's maybe slightly different at sixth form.
Thank you. So sixth form is a very different experience for your child than it is from main school. One of the key differences is far smaller class sizes. They're no longer going to be in a group of 30. There's normally about 15 or fewer. Okay. There's a sixth form centre where students can spend their time when they're not in lessons and they can get their work done there. And they also have their very own cafe next door, which they can use during their frees. I think the fact that they can choose their own subjects as well really helps because they're studying subjects that they want to choose. Very much our vision for post-18 plans is covered over the 2 years, so we give them lots of information on how to apply for apprenticeships, jobs, university. So it's really using the 2 years to set them up. Okay. We have overhauled the registration plan this year. So we've got Motivation Mondays where they work in teams in their tutor groups to complete a news quiz. We're going to get a nice competition going, so winning groups have the opportunity to win some Amazon gift card vouchers. On Target Tuesdays, that's very much skills for life, so how to rent a house, buying a car, getting finance, car insurance, pay slips, so all of those life skills that they'll need. On Wellbeing Wednesdays, that is about drugs, alcohol, driving safely, so really about taking care of themselves. Thursdays is Thought Provoking Thursday, that is with Mr. Hill, and he will be doing assemblies. On Friday we've got Fitness Friday, so that's about keeping the students' minds and bodies healthy. So often on Fridays we'll get them doing some sort of badminton, walking, yoga, in form time. Okay, academic mentoring, that will continue during sixth form like it did in younger years. So that is the chance to meet one-to-one with their academic mentor, so with their tutor, and they will look at how they are doing based on their recent learning profile and also their plans and preparations for the future. So talk about what their future goals are and what are they doing at the moment to give them the best chance of getting there. Okay, enrichment, we're really keen on enrichment this year. So we want Year 12 students doing 2 hours a week. So 1 hour is going to be either Core Maths, EPQ and MOOC, which is online learning courses which are free, or maybe resitting GCSE English or Maths if they didn't get that first time round. There's also pastoral support that they can give, so they can work as a classroom support, so being a teaching assistant in a younger year. There's volunteering, work shadowing, Duke of Edinburgh, or mentoring younger learners. So when they apply for a job, university, apprenticeship, etc., it's a given that they'll have the grades and the subjects that they're required to get to get through the door. However, it's everything else. So enrichment is all about enriching the students and making sure they're well-rounded, highly employable young people. Uniform is really key, okay? So we need them in a black sixth form top, a white collared top, smart plain black trousers, so definitely not jeans, definitely not leggings. If they'd like to wear a skirt, making sure that's knee length, okay, and so it's appropriate for a professional business interview. In terms of shoes, black footwear, plain, definitely no trainers. Okay, I'm going to pass over to Hayley, who is the sixth form SSA.
Hello. Hi. So I'm Hayley, the SSA for the sixth form. So now all your sons and daughters are in the sixth form in Oak House. I'm the SSA for there. So really the first point of contact for any question that you may have, I can either answer it or I know who will be able to. And that's my email address there. And the students do call me Hayley. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the sort of housekeeping things, particularly attendance and absences. So sixth formers are full-time students, so attendance is compulsory. We know that they do have private study periods, but they have to be, year 12 have to be here all day. They can leave at lunch and break time, but they must be here apart from that. We know there's times when they might have planned absences, and for that we've got an absence form which they can collect from the sixth form. They get the teachers to sign for what they're missing for the lessons that they have that day, and we ask parents and carers to sign that form so that we know that they won't be in that day and that you know that, and that gets put onto their attendance. For unplanned absences, such as illnesses, we'd like you to email in to svaoakhouse@sawtreyva.org before 8:30 each day of absence. So we need you to do that every day because it is a safeguarding issue. If the student emails in, if they could CC a parent in, just so that we know you know. And we do like you to do it to that address, not mine, just because other members of the team check it each day. So throughout sixth form, we do need parents to let us know about absences. It's a safeguarding reason, so all the way through sixth form, please. For signing in and out, so that at the moment is at break and lunch, we need students to sign in and out in the book with the time out and time back so that we know exactly who's on site, and that's for safety reasons. And study periods at the moment, year 12 are all expected to be in school, and then we will look again at that at Christmas. If they're on track, then they will be able to sign in and out during study periods, although we would really like them to stay here, but they have got that option. And if there's a few students who don't have any lessons on one day, and some who just have their first lesson as period 5. So for those students, we need parent permission for them to get in later if that's what they want to do. So if you send us an email saying you will allow that for the year, for safeguarding reasons, that helps us. Okay, I'll hand you to Mr. Hill.
Okay, so a huge amount of the time your child is going to spend with us is going to be spent on their independent learning skills, and a big part of that is going to be homework. So I want to introduce you to our homework approach. In main school, your student will have had 25 lessons per week, but in sixth form they only have around 15 lessons per week and approximately 10 frees, or study periods as we call them. That's because they're going to have a lot of homework to do in that time. Homework is set by the teacher with a clear deadline. Students are also expected to engage in independent study outside of their homework. That's where effectively they're doing ongoing revision to prepare for those exams that they're going to have. Okay? It will help them commit new learning to their long-term memories. The total of homework and independent study is roughly 3 to 5 hours per week per subject. Suggestions might include mind maps, Cornell notes, flashcards, practice exam questions, etc. And teachers have made some independent study guides, and I'll show some in a moment, to help students know what to be doing. In short, at no point in the next 2 years Will your child have no work to do if they think that they are mistaken? A-levels are tough, B-Techs are tough, and our students have lots of work to be doing, and that's why they have 10 study periods a week roughly to do all of that work. And we do expect them to do it in order to achieve those good results that I mentioned earlier. These are some examples of those study grids, and these are the sorts of things students will be showing these. These are the sorts of things that subject might expect the child to be doing outside of the classroom. And another couple of examples are here. There's one for every subject. So I want to talk briefly about the school, the students and the parents. So the role of the parent in all of this, which I'm sure you're all very interested to hear. We want to make sure that we have clear two-way communication, okay? So please inform us if you have any concerns about your child's progress, well-being, mental health, achievement, anything else. Please inform us, and we will do the same if we have concerns as well. Even if they don't realise it, and often they don't, your child really does still need your support and your input and guidance to get them to the next step. And we want to make sure that we are working together with you to get them to their most appropriate place. We are all working towards that same goal of a well-rounded young person who is highly employable with a quality and suitable career path for them. That's the objective of the sixth form. And I'd like to talk about behaviour because this relates to parents as you may be in contact. We expect that students will behave very well, and they have signed a contract upon taking up a place to attend at least 96%, unless you are ill or anything, we understand that that will happen, to be punctual, to not be late, and to behave well and engage with our homework policy. If they don't, this will be logged by teachers, and teachers may make contact home, and eventually students may be put on a study plan, and I'll keep in touch with you if that's the case, where I may call you, we may have meetings face-to-face, where students may have routinely a loss of their study periods because we need them to catch up with their work to get those good qualifications we want them to make sure they have. We do still have after-school detentions at sixth form for if we need to use them, although we hope they will be very rare. So, aspirations. In recent years, we have sent students to Cambridge and to Oxford, and we're extremely proud of those students for how hard they've worked to get to those goals. We have a very high rate of sending students to Russell Group universities. Those are the best research universities in the country. And our students have also been able to secure high-level apprenticeships and employment opportunities upon leaving us. And that's what we want to replicate in our future years. So a quick review of some of our alumni, our leavers. Over on the right you have some students who left us a few years ago now with what they're doing at the moment. And over here you have a list of students who left us this summer in 2021 with what they've gone on to do. And I wanted to highlight this because we've got a mix here of apprenticeships, a gap year, someone who's employed, who's working, and we've got a range of universities and a range of courses. We have a wide range of destinations for our students. We just want them to get to their best possible end destination. So, on the issue of destinations, it's worth thinking now about things like apprenticeships, employment and university, and how you're going to get to that point. So in March of Year 12, we introduced students to UCAS, to apprenticeships and to jobs. Students have time to research over the next several months, and from September onwards, we work closely with them on those destinations to make sure they can get to where they need to be. It's always worth looking early rather than later to get as much information as possible, and particularly with universities, they may hold open days during Year 12 that you could attend to get a feel for the university and see what it's like. With apprenticeships, this is your portal. We'll go through all of this in more detail in Year 13, but this is your portal, gov.uk, find an apprenticeship. They'll have plenty of vacancies you can look at to get a feel for what's out there in the market. Okay, I'm going to hand back over to Miss Hay, who's in charge of UCAS at the Academy, and she will speak more about universities.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. So, as Mr. Hill was saying, it's never too early to start researching university courses if you think that's the option for you. Some courses require you to have done some work experience, so it's really good to know what the entry requirements are. A lot of universities, well, the majority of universities will have open days, and some of them have them for parents as well. I recommend you attending those because it's really good to get an overall feel for the university application process and how best you can support your child. Personal statements, they really are the key thing in your university, in the student's university application. So they give an overview to the admissions tutor as to why your child wishes to study that particular subject at university, and it also gives them a chance to sell themselves, so telling them all about the other skills that they have got. And that's why enrichment is really important, because it gives those other skills, that well-rounded individual, to show what a well-rounded individual they are. To support students with this, we set them some summer transition work, so lots of research on Unifrog over the summer, so that they come back in year 13 to really hit the ground running, ready to go with a first draft of their personal statement. It's worth noting that at the end of year 12, your child will have exams, okay, and it's the results of those exams that will help teachers predict what they will get on their for future applications, so to go on their UCAS application. Okay, so students need to have this in mind, and making sure that during the year they are using those free lessons to revise, keep on top of their work, just to make it far easier for them at the end of year 12. So finally, we want to support students as much as we can during the year. It can be a stressful 2 years, but we are there to help them and support them. Parents, guardians, you also play a big role in this. Key thing, please don't hesitate to contact us if you've got any questions or concerns. Please do just drop us an email. We really are here to help. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Bye-bye.